Hey there, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Rybread here, bringing you a new video this week. This week's going to be a twofer. I'll have a much more emotional and kind of distressing video for you, as well as this one where I'm just going to yell about our new president for probably 12 to 15 minutes. So, if you've been living under a rock, Donald Trump is now the president of the United States, and it's awful. But we'll get into that in a little bit. First thing I'd like to bring up is a few terms that I think might help some of my friends on Facebook and maybe other people who are finding these videos somehow. So, something came up on my Facebook recently where I had used the term cisgender, or rather I had used the term just cis. And somebody had asked me what it meant, and, I had answered them on Facebook, but I figured I'd answer the question if anybody else had it but didn't want to ask for whatever reason. So, to be transgender is to identify as a gender that is not the gender that you were assigned at birth. I am a female to male transgender, so I identify as male. I was born as female. A cisgender person identifies as the gender that they were assigned at birth. So if you were assigned male at birth, then you identify as male, then you're cisgender. There is also non-binary, where you do not identify as either or I think it's I'm not non-binary, so I can't say for certain. So correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, but non-binary is, I think, just generally where you don't identify as either. And then there's also gender fluid, where your gender is basically fluid. And there's a few. One of the things that's bad about me getting old is that I don't really know all of the genders. I used to, thanks Tumblr, but it's not something that I keep up with too heavily anymore. Not due to lack of caring, just because there's now so many, and I don't know, I don't agree with that much of separating yourself from other people. Honestly, I hate using the term transgender sometimes. I just want to be seen as a dude, that's all. But, it kind of clears things up for some people sometimes, so I use it for that reason. Okay, where the hell are these quests? There. Oh, cool. Okay. So we're gonna go off to this direction. But, so if it hasn't become clear, each week has its own kind of theme. Last week was the bathrooms. Before that, whatever else videos I've done. I don't know. It's easy for you guys to figure out, I'm sure. But, so this week's topic is, as previously mentioned, going to be about our president. And basically how much he's fucked up already in the 2 weeks or so that he's been in office. I'm just going to say this now. I am very, very staunchly against Trump. I, however, do not identify as left or right. I kind of consider myself more moderate, but socially incredibly liberal. I, my economic leanings are more conservative because I work at a government facility. I'd like the money to keep going into the military, because that's how I keep a job currently. But I'm pro-gun control. I'm not anti-guns. I'm just very pro, making sure the wrong people don't get firearms. I'm very anti-automatic weapons in the household. I think that should just be a military-grade weapon. There's a lot of leanings that I have that, I don't know. But regardless, I'm very, very anti-Trump. I'm not ever going to be quiet about my anti-Trumpness. I will always be incredibly vocal about my anti-Trumpness, and that's all there is to it. Anyway, so, in the 2 weeks that he's become president, he's sucked. He's fucked over the middle class and just pretty much everybody pretty hardcore. To start with, he's gutting the Affordable Care Act. He's making it fucking impossible for people who can't get health care otherwise to go to the doctor and continue getting meds. There's the whole fucking wall business in which he's going to be taxing everything that's imported from Mexico 20 fucking %. Which is ridiculous. He said that it's his way to make the Mexicans pay for the wall that he's putting up between us. Which fucking, at that point, it's not them paying for it. It's us. It's absolutely 100% us. There is the people that he's been putting into his cabinet, all fucking the exact opposite of what they should be for their positions. The person who's in charge of education and making sure that schools have, standards that they have to fucking live up to is an idiot. She doesn't have any fucking idea about how the education system works. And she is going to be fucking in charge of it, and that's terrifying. Is this a... Nope, okay. There's the person that's the head of the Civil Rights Committee. He's pro bathroom bills, the same bathroom bills I was talking about last week that are, super fucking discriminatory against trans people, making us use the bathroom of our birth gender unless we've had surgery, which is super fucking expensive. Seriously, look up the price of sexual reassignment surgery. It's ridiculous. Or they've had their birth certificate changed. Which, in some of those states where you have to get it changed to use the bathroom of the gender that you identify as, they make the process fucking super frustrating and ridiculous. And that's my Facebook. Either my group chat or one of my friends, I don't know. But... regardless, I'm super fucking frustrated with our country right now. A good thing that has come up of Trump being president is the amount of... Son of a bitch. Is the amount of outcry that has come because of him being president. The amount of people that fucking protested the Muslim ban. Oh yeah, I don't know if I mentioned that in the video yet, but he's banning Muslims from only countries that who have not had any history of violence against Americans on American soil or wherever else. Huh, makes sense, right? But when that executive order came about, people were fucking pretty up in arms over it, and they definitely put their foot down pretty hardcore over it. It was pretty heartwarming to see. But the next 4 years are going to be miserable. Because he still has these hardcore supporters who can't see any flaws in the fucking human Cheeto that is our president. They think being patriotic is fucking following a leader blindly. No, that is not patriotic at all. That is hive mind mentality, and that's a thin line to walk on. But honestly, look, judging from the outcry that people have caused over the things that he's done so far, I'm pretty hopeful for humanity in general, so. Reading the news every day fucking gets me riled right up. But then I remember that people at their heart are genuinely good. So that kind of helps a little bit anyway. Like the Women's March, that really, really made my heart happy. There it is. Shit is super low level here, I think. But, yeah, if you have any questions, leave comments below. I guess that's it for this week's video. Have a good one. Bye, guys.